Why do we stim? Why do we enjoy repetition? Why do we enjoy repetition? Why do we enjoy repetition? Why do we hyperfixate? Why do we tend to strive on predictable, consistent routines? If you are autistic and have wondered any of these thoughts, the best answer I found is provided in the theory of monotropism. Some people view autism as just a social disorder, but there is so much more to being autistic than our social differences. What about our sensory differences, our special interests, and our stems? There must be a root to all of this. First of all, let's define autism. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a neurological and developmental disorder that affects how people interact with others, communicate, learn, and behave. Thanks, NIMH. Now let's go deeper. STEMpunks.org says, monotropic people have an interest-based nervous system. This means they focus more of their attention resources on fewer things at any one time compared to other people who may be polytropic. I will leave a link below so you can read more on this. Let's discuss how having a monotropic brain affects our behavior. Let's start with social differences. Have you ever thought about how complex social situations are? Depending on cultural norms, the complexity of social situations vary. Things like eye contact, body language, and tones vary from culture to culture and add to how complex a social situation can be. Think about what goes on during a conversation. You are expected to look someone in the eye, start with small talk, use appropriate facial expressions so you don't show the wrong emotion, and use the right tone. These are things that come naturally to our non-autistic peers, whom I like to refer to as nautistics. Nautistic minds can multitask, while autistic minds focus on less, but focus deeper. It is common in early childhood to not pick up some of these social norms, like eye contact or vocal tones, because so much is going on at once that we just don't learn these unwritten rules. To make socializing even harder, sensory stimuli causes further distraction. Lights flickering, other people's conversations, sweaters that itch, and whatever else happens to be going on is going to be especially distracting to a mind that is already having a hard time focusing on the so many things that are going on at once. My advice to you is to pick your battles. Can you have the conversation in a quieter room with less distractions? Is eye contact really needed? Be open about your needs with others and let them know you can better focus without eye contact or by moving the conversation somewhere else. Doing this shows whoever you are speaking with that you care about whatever he or she happens to say. Speaking of sensory differences, the monotropic theory also explains why we can become so easily overstimulated. When you're in a room and there's so much going on, say you're trying to study or do your work, and the lights are flickering, your clothes is uncomfortable, there's a weird texture from your chair that's touching your skin. It's hard to focus, isn't it? My advice to you is to honor your sensory needs. This may mean wearing earplugs or headphones in public, wearing clothes that's more comfortable. You should be more concerned and more focused on being able to focus on what's going around you and being comfortable rather than following trends. Don't worry about what other people think. And besides, do you really want to please people that don't want to be friends with somebody because of the clothes they wear? Stay away from those people. This can be an obstacle in a class setting. When I was in the 9th grade, there was so much chaos going on in my algebra class, so I just shut down. My teacher took me aside and asked if I was okay, but I didn't have the words to describe what was going on because I was not yet diagnosed. Looking back, it was definitely a shutdown from being overstimulated. I was able to learn better during before and after school tutoring and when I took online classes. This may also be helpful for you or your autistic child. If your child is overstimulated in a classroom, he or she will struggle to learn, so please take alternative education options into consideration. It is really discouraging to not be able to learn because there's so much chaos going on and things are just not sticking to the mind. So don't put your child in that situation. Special interests are most likely what comes to your mind when you first hear the word monotropism if you know anything about the autism spectrum. Because yes, our brains like to hyperfixate. It's not that we do not care about anything else, but when we find topics to be interesting, our minds like to spend as much time as possible doing anything that has to do with these topics. Notice how I am pluralizing, saying topics instead of a single topic. This is because it is possible to have more than one special interest, but that is a podcast for another day. People have done amazing things because of their special interests. Did you know that the creator of Pokemon had a special interest in bugs? Paul from Autism from the Inside has a special interest in emotional intelligence, and he has created a wonderful emotional intelligence course that I highly recommend. Another autistic YouTuber named Olivia Hobbs created a business because of a special interest in baking. She has accomplished many amazing things pertaining to her special interests and is a successful businesswoman. She has sold her edible cookie dough business and now has a bridal shop. She is such an inspiration. Don't feel bad if you are not making money because of your special interests. Your special interest will help you so you can help others. Let me repeat that. Your special interest will help you so you can help others. You cannot pour out of an empty cup. Spending time in your special interest is relaxing and energizing. When you feel relaxed and energized, you will be a better worker, a better friend, a better parent, and all the other roles you play in the lives of others. Take time for your special interests. Stems are often described as repetitive behaviors. There are many ways to stim and many reasons to stim. We have happy stims, sad stims, nervous stims, and overstimulated stims. And some of these are unconscious. Visual stims include watching things spin, staring at cool patterns, or looking at a starry sky while spinning in circles. Auditory stims include listening to a song on repeat. Echolalia is repeating words or phrases. Vestibular stims involve movement of the body, like dancing or jumping. Items can be involved in stimming, such as fidget toys, like Pop-Its, Play-Doh, and squishy toys. Stimming is not only fun, but also beneficial to a monotropic mind. We crave repetition, and this is an easy way our minds seek it. I hope this content was informational to you. Please comment below if there is anything you would like for me to dive deeper into, or if there is any other autism-related topic you would like me to make a video about. I can't make any promises on any videos since there is so much to say, but I am interested in what you all want to learn about. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you get to enjoy your special interest today.